The death is announced of Mrs. Theresa Stedman, affectionately known as Ma Simon of Lastic Hill, who passed away at the Victoria Hospital on Sunday, 11th March 2012, at the age of 84. She was a retired ward maid of the Victoria Hospital. Left to Mona 7 children. Jeannie Marie Seeley, also known as Janny, of Sunbuilt, Greta Stedman of Cicero, Francis and Nicole Agnes Stedman of the USA, Gregory Stedman, better known as 60, and Julian Stedman of Lastic Hill, and Stanley Stedman of Moshi. One sister, Agnes Jabatis, better known as Francisca of Jacmel. 2 brothers, George Wells Louison of St. Thomas and Mervyn Charles of St. Croix. 14 grandchildren, Patrick Seeley of the USA, Sharon Seeley of Leclerc, Albertina Seeley of Bagatelle, and Janine Seeley of the Millennium Highway. Mael James of La Panse, Corey and Christy Stedman of the USA, Stacy Robinson of the USA, Danielle Gibson of Pave, Kevin, Ken, Chris, Kia, and Kimani Matre of Marisol. 6 great-grandchildren, 8 nieces, and 7 nephews. Cousins including Mr. Alan Lewis and family of Lastic Hill, Mrs. Zenita De Myers and family of Entrepot, daughter-in-law Crescentia Stedman of the USA. Other relatives including the Pierre family of Marigot, the Cyril family of Maynard Hill, the Seeley family of Patterson's Gap and Castries, the Smith family of Marisil, the Moona family of Castries, Mrs. Geraldine Rock of Redway, Mrs. Flora Annaville of Patterson Gap, Mrs. Marie Neve, better known as Ma Hicks of Castries, Mrs. Josephine Fletcher and family of Bocage, the Gemot family of Castries. Friends of Lastic Hill including Randy LaForce and family, Mrs. Paul, Anna, Mrs. Celine Joseph, and Mr. Apple. Many other relatives and friends too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Mrs. Theresa Stedman of Lastic Hill will take place at the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception on Thursday, 22nd March 2012 at 2:45 p.m. and thence to the Shock Cemetery for burial. The body now lies at Crick's Funeral Home Limited, Vidbouteille. The family would like to thank all well-wishers for their support, but would kindly like to mourn in private after the funeral.